We have recently converted this Sprinter van into a cozy adventure home on wheels. And in this video, we're going to take you from the start to the finish on exactly how we did it. This van is a 2024 Mercedes Sprinter, long wheelbase, high roof, and it should give us plenty of room for everything we want to do. We purchased this vehicle used, but with only 1,000 miles, it was hard to pass up. It is a high output 4-cylinder diesel, and it's had no problems getting us everywhere we wanted to go with 25 miles per gallon. Without further ado, let's get right into it. The first step in the process was to silence these noisy walls, and we used Silas sound deadening mat to do that. Then we took some Silas foam strips and filled in these floors. Using some scrap 5mm plywood, ripped it into strips so that we could fill the floor even further. We'll put links to everything we used down below. Next up was to put in this floor insulation, which is a 1/2-inch rigid foam board. And the subfloor is a 5/8 sanded plywood to give us a nice solid finish. Here's a product we're using called 3M Thinsulate. This is a awesome product for sound insulation as well as thermal insulation. If I had to do it over again, I would buy a pre-cut kit and just glue it in place. This was a little time consuming and tricky, but well worth the effort. Here I'm just getting ready to install some bunk windows. We have to cut out these supports as well as cut the siding of the van out. Be careful when you do this with a jigsaw or a sawzall because you can catch the metal and it will crease, leaving an unsightly mark on the outside. So go ahead and take your time, get that window in nice and clean. These windows just barely fit in the space. We did not have any room to put in wood backing. Some people say it's a necessity. I didn't find that to be true, and they fit just right. Installing swivel seats was an absolute must for this van. We've got these ones from eBay. Unfortunately, they work, but they are not the best. I will probably be swapping these out with something a little more quality in the future, but they do their job. Next would be getting ready for the roof rails. We got to get rid of these existing plugs in the roof and then clean up the surface nice and clean for this butyl tape. We picked up some bug nets from Van Essentials. These are rad because they install right underneath the existing weather strip and magnetize closed. Super simple. With the help of my buddy Alan, shout out to him for coming and doing most of the work, we got this marmoleum flooring installed. This is marmoleum lava and it looks awesome. It is the perfect van floor, easy to keep clean, and looks phenomenal. This is probably my favorite part of the van build so far. This is teak that I stripped from an old deck and then had planed, reclaimed it all, cut it in half, and then glued it all together for these countertops. After it's done sitting and gluing up, we take it to Creative Woodwork in Portland and get it sanded and planed down to its final thickness. We still have to do a little sanding and touch up to it, but they look phenomenal. Couldn't be happier with how these turned out. This for sure was the longest portion of the build, putting cabinets together. It is a huge jigsaw puzzle, and luckily I had all this cut on a big CNC machine beforehand, brought it in one big pack. Hannah organized it. We had to pocket hole everything as well as glue all the edges and screw it together. This wasn't so bad because Hannah ended up helping me, and it really saved time. Huge shout out to her for jumping in and learning how to build cabinets. She's never done anything like this before, and she got right to it. If you made it this far, we want you to know that we really appreciate you watching our videos. If you like it, hit the like button. If you want to subscribe and see more, hit that subscribe button. And if you've got any questions at all, let us know in the comments. We're happy to help, happy to answer any questions. Appreciate you guys. I didn't really have a good place to paint cabinets, so we put this pop-up up and surrounded it with plastic. It worked pretty well, kept the wind away, and was able to get a nice clean finish. Installing these teak butcher block countertops was my favorite step of the whole build process. However, I did break these countertops multiple times, and I think it had to do with the glue I used. It was a Gorilla Glue, which was recommended but did not hold up to the teak oil. So here I am just gluing it all back together and putting it in. Originally I wasn't going to put furring strips on the ceiling, but decided how I wanted to do it wasn't going to work, so here I am putting plus nuts in the ceiling and then just putting strips of wood up there so I have something to screw all the teak to. Here's another shot of these beautiful countertops. I mean, come on, look at that grain match. Something I didn't want was a metal headliner, so I bought this template kit that came with brackets and just cut out my own out of this maple plywood. This turned out really nice, and once upholstered, it's quiet and doesn't make any weird sounds. You can't have a van without a max air fan, and this is just the front one so that we can get all of our cooking gases out. I had to drill and countersink all of the screw holes as well as sand all of this teak for the ceiling. This is all reclaimed teak that I sent through the planer and put a nickel style gap on so that I could overlap it and you wouldn't see through it if there's expansion and contraction with the temperature change. Finishing this teak really made it pop. This is something that I was kind of worried until I put the finish on that it wasn't going to look good, but now it looks like a yacht. Our electrical system was something a little unexpected for me. It was supposed to be simple, and then I turned it into this huge project that had more and more components and cost us more and more money. This wasn't something I expected to do, but didn't want to do it twice, so I put everything into it, made sure everything was the right size. Thank goodness for other YouTubers that have videos and websites actually that really bring all this to life for you. You don't have to do a lot of the legwork. They've done a lot of it for you. So if you just go on, do a little research, it takes a lot of time. Don't burn your van down. Use proper fusing, fuse everything. Even when you don't think you need to, put a fuse on it. Finding the right gray water tank and installing it was a challenge. I made these custom brackets. Luckily I have a CNC machine, and then just bolted it in to where the gas tank mounts, as well as a couple other spots with riv nuts. This was the first leak in the van. I missed a connection. The interior wall panels are really a spot where it takes your van from looking like a bad delivery vehicle to a cozy home on wheels. And that's something that we had to wait for a long time. But we got it done. It was hard to get the holes for the windows in the right spot, as well as just get everything tight and then leave some room for our Marathon tweed. We then used some foam backing on the panels and rolled it over. This material was pretty easy to work with, but definitely have to pay attention to the ends and keep them from fraying. It's a nice gray Marathon tweed with a blackout backing. Shout out to Chad from Adventure Wagon for getting us these mule bags. They are phenomenal and they definitely save my head. Finishing last few minute details, and then we're ready to take it on its first strip. Appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Check back for more videos and a full walkthrough coming soon.